Alright, I think it's live. And even if it's not, no big deal. I'm the 404 guy, 7he404guy. We're playing some Kerbal Space Program today. Why is YouTube being a jerk to me? I don't know, but what I do know is that this disclaimer may be necessary.
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised. But I bet that just makes you want to watch it even more.
Alright. So, last episode, I don't know where we were. Crap, hold on. I think I was about to do something important, but I was going to turn the music back up. Alright, I guess there's no more music in this game. So, this doesn't have a deadline. This is what we're going to be doing anyway, so I might as well accept that. Planting a flag, that's not something I intend to do. That's not something I see as being possible. And solar orbit? Oh my god. That requires a lot of crap, so that's not going to happen. But, yeah, we are going to do these two things. We got to finish this orbital space station, and we got to explore the Minimus place. How long does this have? This has 13 years left on it. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to need that much time. So I could just go and do this one. Return to Kerbal, and okay, I could probably do both of those, actually. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, so we'll get started. Let's see, what do we got here? Precision. What was I saving this up for? If I left off with 162, I must have been saving it for something. I imagine I'm saving it for the solar array here. Or perhaps the accelerometer. I don't know. The relay antenna would definitely be useful. What is that? Okay, so it's a 15G rating. This one has another antenna, though. This one's 2. So this is actually the better one to go for. The 15. Except it takes up a lot of electric charge. But I think that would work. I need to build more relay antennas in orbit, so that's a definite necessity. Nonetheless, what do I need to work on that orbital station around the moon? I should take a look at that first. What's this? This is Science Orbiter Alpha, that's the one. Hey, the music's back. That's nice. Alright, so what did we need from this? This needs to support 14. It has, what is this? 2, 4, 5, 6. We need to double the number of people that can live on board. 7,500 units of electric charge. It's just got to charge up. It has more than enough. And 6,000 units of fuel. Which has 3,000, but it has room for significantly more. Okay. Alright. We can do that. I'm thinking like 70% sure we can probably do that in the next 10 episodes, maybe? Let's see. We were looking at something for... Okay. Alright, let's just build new then. That's good enough. We'll call it, we'll call it good enough. Let's see here. Okay, this music is significantly louder than I imagined it would be. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, sure, save it. It's good enough. Was not expecting that name to work as well as it did. Music. Wow, I really turned that up, didn't I? Alright, sorry about that. I think that's why I muted it in the first place. So let's see here. Alright, we do not have the nuclear engine, which is OP. What we need to do is we need to store, literally it just needs to be liquid fuel. That's all it calls for. We need another 3,000 on board, so that should not be an issue. Hold on, how much is each of these? Each of these is 400, so that's 800. Alright, so 800, 1,200, that's 1,600. That's about 2,400 units of liquid fuel. That should be way more than enough. Then we need something to control it with. Obviously, by now, everybody knows my opinion on these RCS attitude adjusters. They waste more than they're worth, but we need them anyway. So yeah, we'll use them. Right, we need a docking port. That's just common sense. That should be good enough. Literally everything of this build should be good enough. The reason being, it's named good enough. Therefore, it should be good enough. One of those. One of these. I'm reluctant to put too much thrust on this. This is mainsail. This goes to 310. This one goes to 320. This one goes to 350. Wow. I actually want to put this one on. And then we'll just surround it with the more powerful engines, right? Do that. We can do one of these. Is that centered? That's centered. That better be centered anyway. Because I'm not recentering it. Now, we put on 4 of these guys. Right? Because these are more efficient in the lower atmosphere. Alright. I think that works. Sort of. We need more structural supports, though. Let's see here. Actually, I don't want to do that. Hold on. We'll do that, but we need to adjust this because this can't be a solid unit. This needs to be detached. That's too much. That's too small. There we go. That's perfect. There. And then we just need to obviously work on the aerodynamics a little with these things. Which I did test last episode. They have updated the game code so that the aerodynamic nose cone actually does affect the drag coefficient. Because initially it didn't really do all that much, but now it actually... Actually, I forget what it was. There was something about it I disagreed with. But now I find it agreeable. Maybe I've just changed my opinion. I don't know. Regardless, this ought to be more than overkill. This is a $100,000 device. What do we have here? I don't know what the reward for this mission is, so this could be significantly overkill. But on the plus side, it's pretty damn fun, so yeah. Use that. Alright, so staging. Let's check this out. These should go off about the same time that this releases, and then we break them off, and then we let this one go. This goes for however the hell long it goes, and then nothing happens after that because hopefully it'll be there. We'll give it a try. Three, two, one, go! Okay, that is significantly overkill. I was right on that. Look at how fast this thing's friggin' accelerating. Like, holy crap, this thing's gonna be at escape velocity before it even exits the atmosphere. That's how fast this thing's going. Let's just hammer it. See what happens. Oh crap. Should not have pushed it. Okay. We'll try that again, we'll just go straight. By the time it slows down enough that any additional thrust is required, we'll be on to the engine with the higher specific impulse anyway, so that should be fine. Look at this thing, frickin' 900 meters per second, and it's not even halfway through the atmosphere. That's how much overkill this is. It's just way more than it has to be. Oh, and beyond that, it doesn't even have an antenna, because I forgot to put an antenna on it. Yeah, we don't even need to worry about attitude now. Look at this thing. This thing's friggin' 300,000 meters. That's like a bottle rocket. Well, bottle rocket in the sense that it behaves like a bottle rocket. Alright, let's just go. So with any luck, this should bring us into something somewhat of an orbit. I don't know. Actually, no, that's not close enough to the moon. We'd have to go like way out here in order to intercept it there. That's not realistic. I could do that though. We'll just let this do its thing. I should mark these liquid fuel tanks as not usable. How much time do we got on this? This is 1400 divided by 8. So that's less than 200 seconds, isn't it? Shit, I lost my calculator. I always play this game with a calculator nearby because there's a lot of cases where you need one. What are we at now? We're at 1200 and we're burning at 8. That's 150 seconds. I'm going based off of oxidizer. Of course, the liquid fuel is significantly bloated as a figure because we have this stuff on the front. So oxidizer it is. Yeah, there's absolutely... I'm not seeing any way this is gonna work. But, you know, we have 150 seconds of burn time. What do we have here? Accelerating at 9 friggin' meters per second. That's insane. Insane acceleration. That's 2 minutes just to get orbit. Yeah, that's not going to work. What would have been smart for me would be if I had kept those other... Alright, this isn't good enough. Let's revert to the vehicle assembly. There's a couple of modifications I've got to make. Number one being... put on one of these antennas. Because we can. Alright, we got that. I'm going to put on additional electrical storage, i.e. batteries. Like so. As well as a method for generating electricity such that it doesn't run out before it gets there. I.e. solar panels. And then I guess the rest of it's just launch sequence. So yeah, basically once it breaks atmosphere, it's good enough. We'll see what it does. Alright. My initial thoughts on this are not positive, but I will keep them to myself. Ready. In T-minus 5, 4, 1. Nobody said it had to be in order. So, we're going to wait for this to reach I'm going to say 80,000 to 100,000. Anything beyond that is unnecessary. And I'm actually going to dial it back in the lower atmosphere here because it's just not efficient enough. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's modify it again. Because I should be able to dial back the thrust without it completely destroying itself. I think I need aerodynamic controls. This is more than $100,000 device now. That's insane. Luckily we have the budget for it. It's just... this is massive overkill. And yet I'm labeling it as being good enough. It's completely unnecessary, most of it. Oh, crap. Well, that's actually a good thing. We want it to be slightly towards that direction. Let's tune this down just a little bit. We don't want it to go too fast. At least not until we get into that upper atmosphere. Then we can burn as much fuel as we want. Alright, it is maintaining stability. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Little bit of pressure on the yaw there, just because it's got that velocity vector out of line a little bit. What are we at here? Oh wow, we're actually pretty good. 70, 80, you know what, let's just go all the way to 100. It's good enough. And then once we get into the upper part of the upper atmosphere, we will start doing our orbit burn. A lot of people ask me why I always wait until I'm like already in the atmosphere before I start trying to attempt an orbit. I have my reasons. Primarily, I just want it to be like, you know, I want to make sure it's going to actually get out of the atmosphere. You get a little bit better efficiency. Okay, this is going to be well over... look at that, friggin' 80 meters per second squared. Obviously, I did not need that much overkill. This should be more than enough to get us the rest of the way into orbit. Now, whether that's going to be able to do that in time, I don't know. We'll extend the antenna, that way we have communications. That antenna looks derpy. What do we got here? Okay. So, yeah, just like last time. Yeah, so we're probably going to have less than a couple 100 seconds worth of burn time. We're going to hope that that's enough. If not, then perhaps we'll maybe make it a little bit less overkill and more, you know, intelligently planned. But we'll figure it out. What the hell is that thing? Yeah, this thing was moving at like 70 meters per second squared. That was absolutely insane. You don't need that much thrust. That was pretty cool, though. That's our target. Ooh. We're just barely going to be able to get orbit here. I think we need, what, like close to 2,500 to 3,000. And our altitude's already dropping, so that's not a good sign. We're not likely going to make that. It's going to be close. And even if it is close, oh geez, look at that. We're down to 100 seconds. I doubt we'll have enough to get orbit around the moon. I almost need to refuel while in orbit, but this design shouldn't require it because everything is so overkilled. What do we got here? Okay, we got some kind of orbit. Alright, good enough. Hence the name of the spacecraft. It's good enough. Okay, that requires a minute. Minute 23. A minute and 24. That's... we got 600. We have less than 100 seconds, but 600, is that enough? Ooh. A minute and 15 seconds. That's how much time we have, is 1 minute and 15 seconds. So without a doubt, we will make it to the moon, but I don't think we'll be able to get to the science orbiter. Nonetheless, we'll give it a shot. Do not expect this to work. What the hell is this following? Oh, geez, I didn't even see that there. Okay. Put ourselves that way. Just a little bit of overshoot, not much. Okay. Let's go. My thoughts on this, not very positive. Accelerating at 10.4 meters per second squared. I don't know that this is going to hit the target, but if it does, that's going to be awesome. Another 43 seconds to go. Ooh. Getting pretty low now. So 160 is going to be about 20 seconds. That's going to be cutting it extremely close. Okay, so 20 seconds, and we got about 20 seconds of fuel. That's... like ridiculously tight margin there. There's absolutely no reserve fuel to speak of in this case. Okay, so we're there. But we're on the wrong side. Well, we're down. How much fuel do we have? Anyone? Oh. Literally zero. Literally took us right down to zero, and I stopped it right as it terminated. Okay. I'll get rid of that then. It's no longer necessary. We're now relying on RCS entirely. What is our... set that as target. What's our angle of inclination there? 0.4 degrees. Let's actually focus view. I want to see. Okay, we're in a good spot. If ever we were going to try and, you know, approach these two spacecrafts, this is probably the best scenario. So it's in a good spot. There's no doubt about that. The only doubt is whether or not 75 units of monopropellant is enough to affect the delta V that we need in order to get to the science orbiter. Personally, I have my doubts. So theoretically, this is the best place to try and affect that change. Because this is more or less... yeah, 55 minutes, my ass. This is more or less going to be like the closest. And we'll want this to be on an outer path. The science orbiter is catching up with us. That's going to be the best spot to do anything, if anything. And that's going to be relying entirely on RCS, which we don't know what kind of acceleration that's going to give us yet. Given that this is... oh, crap. We can no longer defocus the view? Come on. No, I don't want to look at good enough debris. I want to focus view on this so I can figure out the mass. Well, whatever. Given the mass of this thing, that's probably pretty heavy. This is not going to be an easy task. 14 minutes. About 3 minutes. Yeah, let's bring it in halfway. Alright. Now the question on everyone's mind. Do we have enough monopropellant? We have 75 units. We're burning 1 unit per second. We have well over 200 seconds. That is not going to be enough. That might get us in orbit of the moon. That is not going to get us anywhere close to Science Orbiter Alpha. That's a fact. Yeah, we're almost halfway through and we're nowhere even 10% of the velocity change that we need. No, sir, that's not going to work. So, I don't know. Perhaps the method of extreme overkill has failed us, finally. It was inevitable. Let's try staging this in a more... I don't know. Well-developed... mentally thought-out method. Right? Because we don't need this until later. Hanging off of this for a little while. Not a long time. We'll try and engage the mainsail engine when we're in the upper atmosphere. I think this one, right? Mainsail's at 280, the twin bore's at 280. Huh. This is 2,000 kilonewtons. This is 560 kilonewtons. This is 1,300 kilonewtons. So theoretically, 2 of these ought to be enough. What happens in theory, what happens in practice? 2 are never the same. But... we shall see. Put the engines on there. This is good enough. Hence the name. This is probably... this is actually less expensive than the other one. If this does make it, I'm going to be impressed. I mean, I'm going to be impressed with myself because I'm the one who designed this thing. Nobody else gets credit. Let's aerodynamic it up. Right, so the twin bore engines, that gets us close to orbit somewhat. Get rid of those and hang it on the mainsail for a little while until we're closer to the moon, and then we put it on to the skipper engine. Skipper engine having the highest specific impulse of the available engines, therefore it should be the best suited for the job. Yeah. I think that'll work. And if it doesn't work, I'll put on some more of this monopropellant stuff. How much does this weigh anyway? That's almost nothing. Compared to the total mass of this thing, I should just be peppering it full of these things. Look at this. .1? That's nothing. That's nothing. I eat .1 for breakfast. Alright, that ought to be enough. That ought to be good enough. This will be our last launch of the episode here. Let's hope it works. Hold on, is something broken here? Hold on, we're gonna check the stream's health. Because I think I broke something. Oh shit. Okay, now I broke it. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. I hope nobody's trying to get my attention because I broke it. Let's go. Okay, first of all, loud. Second of all, this isn't nearly as much thrust as I imagined it would be. It's almost disappointing. A building. Oh, that's where that building is. Okay. Well, we'll let this go. Honestly, the performance of these engines is underwhelming. You know, I kind of expected a little bit better for something that has 2,000 kilonewtons of thrust. Like 1,800 while in atmosphere, even. Just get rid of those things. They're useless. Whoa, dear. Okay. Whoopsie. Alright, this should get us a little bit further into atmosphere. Look at this. This is a kind of... well... once again, underwhelming performance. 23 meters per second squared, though. That's actually nothing to laugh at. That was, oh, geez. Okay, yeah, that's... whoops. Okay, I left that engine running a bit longer than I probably should have. Let's go this way. So we'll get an orbit with this, and then hopefully we can drop it on that skipper engine when we try to hit the target there. Alright, there we go. That should be good enough. Alright. This might actually get us... if this gets us into orbit, then that's going to be even better than what we had before. Especially given our altitude. No, that's not going to get us into... we don't have any fuel left. But that got us... like... almost a little bit further. Let's see what we can do with this anyway. We have less than 200 seconds. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's... oops. Where's the moon? It might be better if I just tried to hit it on a straight shot in the first place. Because I could do that. I've done it before. I know exactly how to line it up. Let's see what this does anyway. This... no. No, 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 no. Revert to launch. We're going to actually just try and hit it on a straight shot. Alright, so I'll just have that sit there for now. And... where are we here? We are... Sitting here, so straight up, that's where we're going. We need the moon to be roughly here, I think. Let that move just a little bit. Oh, geez, where are we? We're moving, actually. Okay, we'll move into a different position. Oh, geez. Okay. Alright, so the moon's there. Move it a little further. That ought to be good right there. So we're here. The moon is... Okay, that should be good. That should be good if we just do a straight shot now. Oops. Let's do it. So basically... Holy crap, that's loud. Hold on. That's just extremely loud. It's that specific engine, even. Ah, screw it then. Damn. So basically, we're going straight shot. We're going to hope that it gets somewhere close to the moon, and then we just adjust our attitude from there, and... yeah. No more worrying about trying to get an orbit first. We'll just achieve orbit once we're at the moon. Makes more sense that way. Realistically, that's probably actually going to burn more fuel, and it's going to be a waste of time, but at the same time, it's going to look pretty damn cool. So that makes it pay for itself. Jeez, those engines are loud. Those engines never used to be that loud. That was on an update. They made it on an update, and I think they did it specifically just to piss me off, because it's extremely loud. And I hate loud noises. Okay, we'll let the momentum carry this into the upper atmosphere. Once we no longer have to worry so much about aerodynamic drag, then we'll get rid of it. It's going to be a little while away, though. Alright, that ought to be good. We'll do it at, yeah, 55. Good enough. Hold ourselves in the direction of the velocity vector so that we're getting the best possible extension of this. That's going to work well. Alright, so that's actually, I think that's in the perfect spot. That's going to be exactly where we want it to. Let's just watch it, make sure it keeps going. Fuel's going to be questionable. Fuel is going to be questionable. That's 100% true. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a 30-degree... Oh, damn. See? Told you we would run out of fuel. I need that one that was like overkill, you know? Alright, so we have roughly 200 seconds of burn time with this. That's 1 minute, 2 minute. That's about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. From about now. So about 3 minutes and 20 seconds from now. So we're just going to have to hope that this makes it far enough. That's 7 meters per second squared. That's apparently exceeding the force of gravity at this time. That's good. And we've absolutely stacked this thing full of frickin' monopropellant, so we're not going to run out of that anytime soon. Now, whether or not monopropellant's going to be enough to affect any kind of delta V, I don't know. Alright, we're eating into our 200 seconds here. Come on, why is this going so slow? Let's give it a boost. No, nothing. Look at that, we have 394 units of monopropellant. That's insane. Ain't nobody need that much monopropellant, except apparently I do. Ooh, man. You know what? We're down to about 100 seconds. I don't know that this is going to make it all the way to the moon. Alright, we're down to 100 seconds. That's 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Apogee currently 2 million meters. That's 2,100 kilometers, now 2,200. Now 25. Okay. This is looking like it might potentially do a flyby, although it doesn't look like it's going to get an actual orbit once it gets there. This might be closer to 45. That might be too steep of an angle. We'll see. I think it is actually too steep of an angle. Way too steep. Oh, mate. Mate, it's not too steep an angle at all, eh? Let's do a focus view. That usually... Okay. Oh, wow. That's really good. Alright. Moon perigee. 219 kilometers. That's pretty good. That's more or less perfect. I mean, look at that. We still have 300 units of fuel to burn. "23 seconds. We could conceivably do this. Let's warp to that maneuver. We could conceivably obtain orbit with this method. Which, if this works... Gotta keep that suspense till the end of the episode. I could end the episode right here and you guys would never know. Well, actually, nobody would ever know. There's nobody watching, so... Let's go. 19 seconds. Oh, we've got way more fuel than we need. 19 seconds? Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is going to be a cinch. No problems whatsoever, except for possibly our inclination angle. Alright, that is orbit. Oh yeah, our angle of inclination is way off. Off by 7.1 degrees. Yikes. Okay. Let's bring that up a little. That's going to be difficult. Let's bring it up, and then we got to bring it in again. There we go. What's our inclination there? 0.3, 0.1. Oh, it flipped. Not 0.1 and not 0.1. Well, that's about as good as we'll get. Go to the next maneuver, and we'll see what we can do with that. Have 182 units of fuel to play with, burning at a rate of about 8. That's well over 20 seconds. 20 seconds of burn time. We only need 4 seconds to adjust our inclination. What we do with the other 16 seconds, anyone's guess. I should wait until we're a bit closer to the node. Good enough. All right. All right, we're good. Inclination angle, 0.1 degrees. That works for me. Once we get here, we are literally going to be pretty much on the opposite side. Like, look at that. This thing has a lot to catch up. But if we take an outer orbit, then that'll allow the That'll allow the science orbiter to catch up with us. That's 6 seconds of burn time. Look at that. And they said that just doing a straight shot to the moon was going to be like a waste of fuel. Well, I said it might be. But, you know. Obviously, this is working well. Oh, shit. Are we going to have communications when we get there? I guess I should have thought of that. I guess we'll see. Alright, we are going to have communications. That's good. Alright. There we go. 7 seconds of burn time. You know what, we can just pretty much do this anytime. Since it's burning in the direction of the velocity vector, it's not adjusting our inclination or anything, so... yeah. That'll work. Might not be as efficient, mind you, but that'll work. Alright, there we go. So... now we just go until we're pretty damn close. And that's going to be eyeballing it pretty much the whole time. Oh, there we go. I think that's pretty close. Hold on. Let it go a little bit further. Okay, that's way closer than it needs to be. Let's adjust again. How close are we going to be? Okay, this is our distance. Where are we going to be? That's going to be intersect 1. That's going to be where our target is. Oh dear. We may have massively overshot this. Let's, in a little bit, and there. 6.7 kilometers. This is 1 second of burn time. This is literally nothing. This is just attitude adjustment at this time. Oh dear, we're already past the node, though. Wait a minute. We want to be here. Let's try it here. Is that... oh, that's actually perfect. That's where we wanted to be. So that's where we will be. That's where we will be. So we want to bring it in. No, we do not want to bring it in. We want to bring it out. So we're still going to be ahead. Alright, we're not as in dire straits as I thought we were. Okay, there we go. That's 64 kilometers if we go from here. That's perfect. Look at that. 32 kilometers displacement. Burn time 0 seconds. It doesn't even calculate. All right. Oh shit, this is literally... okay, yeah. Whoops. I should have thought of that. But I didn't. So this is literally just fuel delivery. I guess it's not good enough, but yeah, it's fuel delivery, because we forgot to add any kind of habitation unit on the vessel. So... it wouldn't have made it if we did. I guess we can accept that. Let's start bringing this in just a little bit. We're at 1 meter per second, pretty close. That is at 34.4. Oh, now it's at 43. Alright, 21 kilometers, relative speed 2 meters per second, in time of approximately 11 hours, 33 minutes. Let's do that. Alright, we should be able to see the target from here. There it is. Let's kill our relative velocity and head that way. Well, actually, we don't even need to kill our relative velocity. Let's just head that way. We know where the target is. is literally just a matter of attitude adjustment at this point. Oh, geez, that's a bit too far. Alright, let's go here. Alright. The more fuel, the better. That's what I always say. Alright, 2.4 meter per second relative velocity. Intersect 6.8. Let's actually adjust that. Alright, if we move that up, it's going to be closer to 6.6. That should be good. If we move it left or right from there. No, it goes up. I know I always complain about wasting monopropellant, but yeah. That's about as good as we can get, then we have to adjust once we get there. Let's warp there, it's going to take forever. Alright, yeah, our relative velocity is going to be way out there. Look at that. Yeah, that's way out. So we readjust. What are we looking at? We're looking at about 100 meters of separation, relative velocity 2.4 meters per second in approximately 48 minutes. That's working. That's going to work okay. Our ascending angle went to 0.3 degrees, but that's just fine. That's just fine. Let's warp there. Alright, here we go. We're literally 100 meters away. Very sufficient. Now we can kill our relative velocity. Okay, good enough. Let's head towards the target. So yeah, I didn't think that was actually going to work as well as it did, especially just doing a straight shot. One meter per second, target intersect 0 kilometers, relative speed 1 meter per second. That means we're probably going to hit it. As for a target, there we go. We have a target. Let's just fast forward a little bit. Not too much, but enough. Alright. Alright, now we want to adjust our attitude just a touch. Just enough. Oops, wrong way. As you can see, I have absolutely filled this thing with more monopropellant than should ever be necessary. Therefore, this should not be anywhere near an issue. The only issue we might have is when we collide with these Alright. Slowly approaching. I might yet have to adjust the attitude. But I think ultimately if I just turn off the stability, then the magnets should do the rest. I should at least point towards it, maybe. Alright. 2.4 meters, that's usually close enough. turn off the stability and hopefully the magnets can handle that. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Where are we controlling from? Here? No, point me back towards that thingy. We're not bouncing off of this. Oh dear. Okay, maybe we are. Not bouncing off of this like that, though. There. Oh god, what's it doing? Okay, we may have just broken the other spacecraft. I'm not going to confirm or deny. Let's head back upwards, I think. Uh-oh. Shit, what did I do? Okay, let's... First of all, figure out where the hell it is. Okay, there it is on the horizon. No, 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 this way, this way. Crap. Okay, why does this not... This just wants to be mean, doesn't it? I always get this. You know what? I might even just jettison this thing. What is that? Like 30 units of fuel? Oh, jeez. Where the hell are we going? Come on. Stop going that way, first of all. Okay, just friggin' kill any relative velocity. We're gonna go out 100 meters and just friggin' ram the damn thing. I don't care. Alright, where is it? It's up there. Congratulations, we've now located it. Alright, so that's where it is. I don't care anymore. Oh, that's the wrong direction, though. We're gonna just go this way. About 100 meters. And then come back. Hopefully with some success. Okay, we don't want it to be going up, though. Shit! Shit! Don't go that way! No! Okay. I cannot control this for the life of me. That's where we want to go. Alright, so we'll go at about 100 meters, we'll flip around, we'll head back towards it. Obviously not the most efficient thing to do, but it's the quick way of doing things. Hey, 78's good enough. This thing better not screw with me this time. Alright, we're on a direct path to hitting the target. This ought to work. I've done it before this way. It's not efficient, but it's quick. And it works. Just keep yourself pointed at it. And regardless of what happens, just hammer the RCS in that general direction. Oh, jeez. That was really bad, wasn't it? That was even worse than before. Oh, crap. Well, we're pretty close. Hold on. Hold on. Can we get rid of this? I think we can. Mostly. More or less. We can get rid of some of this stuff, probably. Ah, shit. It's drifting away. Shit, 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 shit. Don't drift. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Turn off stability on the other one. This is what we're targeting. This is what we're trying to target it with. Right? We're way too close. Okay, go out this way. Just a little bit. And stop wasting our CS. What are we at? We're at 266. We wasted half of that? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, here we go. Head somewhat close to the target, but not directly to it. Key is to maintain planar. Go there, I think. I think that's in plane, isn't it? That's as close to being in plane as I can get it, visually speaking. Alright, we'll get our center of gravity aligned with the height. That way we can adjust as necessary. Alright, I think this time it's going to work, to be honest. Alright, now we adjust, point in the direction of target. Okay, we didn't go down nearly enough. Luckily, I think we're still drifting. There's easier ways to visualize this. I don't think they've necessarily chosen the best one. Alright, I've turned off stability on this one. Stability's already off on the other one. So now it is just a matter of getting close enough. Come on. Now, we're gonna hope we don't bounce off this time. Because what's been happening is that thing doesn't have enough inertia for some reason to stay stable. It's just... I suspect the control system is going crazy when it does that, and that's the reason for it going all over the place. I suspect. We shall see. Come on. Oh, it's getting there. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Oh, it's almost. It's getting close. Okay, why is this thing moving so much? It has enough inertia to prevent it from moving like that. What the hell is it doing? First of all. Second of all, how did it bounce off like that? The physics in this game are effed up to crazy. That was absolutely insane. Okay, let's see, let's see, let's see. Come on, stay stable, will ya? I think it'd be much easier if I jettison the fuel on the back of this thing. Come on. Literally almost no movement required. Other than to just mesh. Oh god, it's not even doing that, is it? Look, do you see that? Do you see how that bounces off? That's not supposed to happen. That's not physically correct. That's not consistent with reality. So here's what I'm going to do. Get rid of that piece of crap, it's not helping us. Push it away even. I don't want it here. Alright. Alright, we just need to adjust our position so that we're more or less in line with target. Because obviously target is not going to be nice. Like there, more or less want to be in line. This should have a lot less inertia and therefore should move a lot more easily. Right? See how much more easily it's moving? And once again, we're going to have the same issue we had last time. Hopefully it just doesn't bounce off this time. Because it's not physically consistent, and that really... It's really annoying when it's doing stuff like that. Come on, you're literally there. Oh, come on. Mesh. Oh, there we go, finally. Okay. Whoa. That more or less burned up every bit of monopropellant that we took with us. Let's hope this control scheme is stable. I'm going to leave what monopropellant is there and literally just... Crap. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. Why is this engine enabled? Which engine was that? None of these engines are enabled. How did that happen? Oh, that one is. Okay. Shut down all engines. There shouldn't be a single engine active on this thing. What the hell was that? Hit the wrong key. I'm used to shift-clicking everything. Right, so we want to empty fuel out of these. Oh, crap. Okay, this guy no longer usable. Alright, we're just basically gonna dispose of this. next chance we get. Okay. We've had annoying physics, but we've worked through it. 0, 0. This one's still got some in it, though. Had some very annoying physics there. Alright, this is more than... We've only got 5,000 liquid fuel? Oh, come on. We literally need like 100 more units of liquid fuel to defeat that challenge. That's crazy. It's crazy close, but it's not enough. Alright. Given that we need to still bring more whatchamacallits, habitation units, I guess, into orbit. Oops. No, not in. Out. Okay. I think we're going to more or less be able to satisfy the requirements of the mission nonetheless. It's going to have to be done in the next episode. But, alright. Now, we could sit and watch me click through every single one of these, or we could just hurtle this thing towards the surface of the moon and let it die by fire. I'm gonna think about that one, but that's it for this episode. I'm very tired after, obviously, basically smashing into this thing about 16 times. So that's all for this episode. I'm the 404 guy. If you like the video, feel free to like it, subscribe, share, etc., etc. It's not a big deal to me because I don't get paid for this. So, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching, everybody who watched. And whatever. Have a great day. Bye. Can't wait to eat some bread. Been such a long time since I've had bread. For the past week I've been eating bread that tasted like soap. Because someone mixed up my salt with some kind of potassium substitute. I'm not letting it go to waste, so I'm just basically eating soap. Bye bye everybody!